Just do it! Make your dreams come true!
Somebody sends me an article from the New York Times about ayahuasca. And he's like, we got to do this. I'm like, all right. We did 1 cup, and I was an atheist. I opened my eyes at one point in the circle, and I was like, oh, I'm in the presence of God right now. I can't explain it. It's a feeling. I am in the presence of what I can only describe as God. And I was like, this is the first spiritual experience I've ever had in my entire life. 12 years at Catholic school, altar boy, church, mass, fucking nothing. And then this was like, okay, I'm no longer an atheist.
Wow.
I now believe in a God or creation force.
Question, here's what I always say. Like, imagine if God was real and you could get in front of God, but the only way to do it is to eat mushrooms. You'd be like, wait, what?
I would argue that's true.
So this guy right here did not believe in God at all, right? Did not believe in the universe, did not believe in a higher power, did not believe in anything at all, okay? And a lot of people think this way. And I'm not saying that you think this way. I know a lot of my audience is spiritual, but a lot of people don't really know God. I like using the word God. I like using the word the Most High. It doesn't mean I'm religious, but I know 100%, 150% that there is God. Why? Because I've done DMT myself. I've done ayahuasca, okay? I've done plant medicine myself. And I've also done mushroom. Okay? Currently, I'm actually microdosing on magic mushroom, right? So I know without a shadow of a doubt, I don't have a logical understanding. I think a lot of people, when I see people's videos about the universe and manifesting, and when they talk about God, I know they don't know God. I can see it. They don't know God because I can tell the difference when something's logical and something's embodied, okay? When you've experienced the embodiment of God, that's when you know God. And by the way, I've experienced the embodiment of God, and I say I know God, but there's still another level to knowing God, right? There's layers and levels to it, right? There's a deconstruction of the ego. But when you do things like, ayahuasca, DMT, 5-MeO DMT, magic mushroom, iboga, when you experience these things, you damn well sure know that there's more to this reality. And there's an intelligence that runs through us. It's omnipresent, it's omniscient, it's everywhere, right? It's the almighty God, Allah, Jesus, Krishna, whatever name or label you want to put on it, right? There's more to our reality. So this guy doesn't believe in God. And it's interesting because there's a lot of people who are scientists and they don't believe in God. They don't believe that there's more to this world or this reality than there is. And just imagine a lot of people took plant medicine, right, and actually got to experience it. A lot of people are logically like, oh, I'm a scientist, I believe in evolution, I believe in this and believe in that. You haven't experienced everything. And some people don't even believe in the law of attraction, right? They don't even believe in the law of attraction. The law of attraction, surface level, I'm going to think positive thoughts and I'm going to manifest what I want into my reality, and anything can happen, anything is possible. That's the way people think about it. But actually, the law of attraction is actually a lot deeper. There's so many layers to the law of attraction, okay? And I'm talking about things like DNA. I'm talking about ancestral wounds, ancestral trauma. I'm talking about past lives. I'm talking about karma. Did I say karma already? I'm talking about your lineage, right? I'm talking about how you think, how you feel. I'm talking about your actual core vibration, which is something that I help people with the alchemy, energy reading, and the manifestation diagnosis session. You can find a link in the description, right? Once you change your heart, right? Once your heart is working properly, you manifest way easier, right? That's something that I learned many years ago, that the heart is the true manifester, not the brain. They're teaching you to visualize, affirmations, reprogram the subconscious mind. Yeah, that's important. That's one aspect. But I can tell you, none of that's going to work until the heart is completely open. Okay? So the law of attraction is deep, right? Just the same way, if we allocate that to God now, or the universe, or the Most High, or infinite intelligence, right? It's deep. There's layers to this, right? And so Some people say that doing things like ayahuasca is, you're pushing it, you're forcing it to happen, you're forcing an experience. If you do DMT, you're forcing an experience. You could just meditate and get to those states. Absolutely, you can breathe, you can meditate and have the DMT experience and all this stuff. You can do all this stuff, absolutely. But why would Mother Nature create these substances if it wasn't meant to be used, right? It's said that ayahuasca, the plants, the shamans, they can read nature, right? They're in tune, they have psychic abilities, they have certain abilities, right? And they can hear and listen to the plants through other medicines or whatever it is, right? They can hear and feel the plants, right? And so they came up with ayahuasca many, many years ago. I think it was 3,000, I don't know how many years ayahuasca's been about, but they took the bark of a certain tree and certain plants, right? And they put them together in order to be able to have a real powerful DMT experience. Why would Mother Nature give that to the human, right? They want the human to know God, to get back to nature, to get back to the truth, because the human is getting way too far away from being human. Okay, if we look at the word hue, right? It means light, like hue is a light. What is the hue? H-U-E, it's the light, right? Man, light man, right? We're getting way too far from being light beings. We're getting too ego-based and stuck and attached to the mental construct, to the ego-based construct. We're getting too attached. And so ayahuasca now, you'll see people talking about it in movies, in series, on Netflix. You'll see celebrities taking it, right? For example, Mike Tyson done DMT recently, very recently. He does mushrooms, right? He's become more plant-based. This is someone who was extremely aggressive, right? Extremely toxic, right? Now he's a vegan. Now he does mushrooms. Now he does DMT. And he's, quite spiritual, right? So he came from the ego-based to the spiritual-based. He came back to being, a lot more of a light being. Does that make sense? And so, what we got to realize is Mother Nature, Mother Earth, God, Jesus, Allah, Krishna, the infinite intelligence, the Most High, is always bringing us back to unconditional love. It's always bringing us back to the light. All these lessons that you're learning in life, all these challenges and hard experiences that you have in life, is to remind you to open your heart even more, not to close your heart off. It's reminding you to open your heart even more. No matter what you go through, no matter what challenges you have, you do not want to be closed off. You actually want to open up, okay? Because there's lessons in those experiences to develop right? To develop your mentality, to get back to your heart, right? To now get closer to the Most High, so you can have your graduation experience. What I mean by graduation is you're transcending this reality, right? You're not coming back here over and over and over again to experience more lessons, right? Lessons upon lessons. And if you can take that on the chin, it will be really transformative. And everyone has different levels of lessons, different traumas, different experiences, different challenges. Growing up in a certain country, having a hard time with this, having a hard time with that, certain karmas that they're dealing with, certain experiences and all this stuff. And what we got to do as human beings is look at that, how we feel about all this stuff, and what can we learn from it, what can we do about it, and how can we become greater versions of ourselves. So it's so amazing that someone can be an atheist, take ayahuasca, and then believe in God. You see, people have been cocaine addicts and done iboga, and immediately they're off of the opioids, they're off of cocaine or whatever it is. They're off of their sugar addiction, they do iboga, and immediately they don't need to do that stuff anymore. You have people who do ayahuasca that experience that too. You have people who do ayahuasca that heal themselves of incurable conditions. And it's crazy just by doing ayahuasca, right? It's very, very powerful stuff, because you're dealing with God. You're dealing with the infinite intelligence, right? And so one thing I will say, is just like understand that there's more layers to knowing God more deeply. And again, I only know a certain level of God, but I thought I knew God. I thought I knew the universe. Oh, I believe in the universe. I believe in God. And then you take some ayahuasca, you become so humble. You realize how small you really are. You lose all ego. Your ego becomes submissive. It becomes submissive. I'm submissive to the Most High in a way. I'm submissive to myself. It's like I'm respecting myself in a way. And I feel I'm just humbled to myself and towards the world and all of this magic. It's beautiful to experience that level of gratitude, that level of appreciation. When I did the ayahuasca, it had me go into some grass, lay on the grass, look at the grass and be like, wow, it's grass, right? And I know that sounds strange and like I'm high or whatever it is, but it's like, I could feel the intelligence running through the grass. It's like when you look at the matrix and the code coming down in the matrix, right? The green code. It's like I could feel the intelligence from the grass and how many billions blades of grass there was. It was an unbelievable experience. And so there's a deeper level of gratitude and appreciation for all the things that I do have. And what does that do in turn happen? What in turn happens from being that way? Well, now you experience more gratitude, more appreciation, and you're able to manifest more, be a better person, all of this stuff. And so it's amazing. It's amazing, it's amazing. You should be called to do ayahuasca. There's a calling that happens, right? It's not something that I recommend. It's only something I suggest if you're being called to do it. There's a calling, in you to do it. And you should be afraid to do it, right? You shouldn't be feeling comfortable. I'm going to do some ayahuasca. No, you should be feeling hella scared, right? And it's kind of the same. I haven't ever done 5-MeO DMT. I think there, should be a bit of a calling towards that as well. With things like magic mushroom, it's a little bit lighter, right? Magic mushroom, psilocybin, right? Currently I'm microdosing on magic mushroom. And, that's something that you can use to start building a relationship with the plant medicines, is microdosing on magic mushroom. It will transform your life. Absolutely, 100%. All right. So, with that being said, I offer a free energy reading and a manifestation diagnosis session. If you want to get your energy read, find out what's going on with your heart to see if it's blocked and stopping you from creating the reality that you want. Because oftentimes I find with a majority of people that come through from my free energy reading, their heart is blocked. If your heart is blocked, then you're going to have a hard time with the law of attraction. You're not going to experience the true results that you should be experiencing with the law of attraction. All right. So get the free energy reading and the manifestation diagnosis session. We get crazy testimonials, as you can see on screen right now. People manifesting crazy amounts of money. All right. The link's in the description. Check out my previous video over here. Check out my 3-part series on how to arrange your vibration correctly. And remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding. And I'll speak to you soon. Peace.